Yes. See these modular home manufacturers were up and running? Yeah. 200,000 prefabricated homes for returning soldiers. Oh, but look what happened during the credit crisis. Yes. All these companies didn't want to build houses anymore. Phew. And then you added regulations to the home building industry. Yes. Now, for those of you that are difficult in understanding, let's say this is 15 feet tall. Yes. And I put 5 feet of it in the ground. Yes. Because a backhoe goes around, in a straight line and it digs the dirt out and you stick that in the ground and you can push the dirt up next to it or not. It's up to you. Yes. But at a foot thick of recycled garbage, yes, in the ground, when water pushes against it, it won't move. Now, have lots of garbage, yes. It makes a lot of electricity and a lot of high octane fuel, yes. Now, I said I'd give you a really good deal on this. Of the 2,000 miles of dams, yes, if I were to do just a rough estimation, maybe a few thousand miles of this, yes, it will not deteriorate, yes, it will not biodegrade. Cool. And at 5 feet in the ground and 10 feet above the ground, it will hold back a lot of water. Oh, now I know you wanted to make this really pretty broom, what's it called? A berm? Yeah. And you were going to engineer all of it. It was just going to look really, really nice. It's about $80 billion to do it. Yeah. My guesstimation at 10% would be 8 billion. 1/20th would be 4 billion. See, I will sell you, let's say, 10,000 miles of this. Yes. At approximately $1 a foot, and there's 16,000 feet in a mile. Yes. That would be $16,000 a mile at $10,000. It's a lot of money, but it's a lot less than $80 billion. Now, of course, you got to get a guy out there with a backhoe. Yes. All day long, he's scooping out dirt a foot wide, maybe even 12 or 13 inches. Well, let's say it was 14 inches. Yes. A foot of clearance on each side. Yes. He has to go down 5 feet. Yes. All day long, he keeps scooping and scooping and scooping. And eventually, you have this huge levee system that will keep the water on one side and it won't get to the other side. Now, I know it needs to look pretty to you, but for those that are farmers, yes, I think it will work. Now, it's only $4 billion. Now, see this, the freedom of the average guy? Yes. Could you get me all the employees of the AFSCME? Yes. I've been having a problem with these unions that have been supporting teachers that have been really exploiting students so they could increase their income. I noticed how many advertisements are on television about how school districts need more money. But from what I understand, a lot of these union dues are being able to support, yes, the politics that are not necessarily the politics of the union members. Now, he did a pretty good job on this one. Yes. And there was this big issue that Fredericks versus California teachers, then Justice Scalia died. Yeah. And that put an end to the teachers' campaigns somewhat on well, not, it's not, it happened, yes. But then Neil Gorsuch replaced Scalia. Yes. How is the Supreme Court of the United States? It's Paul. Could you get me the employees of the Supreme Court of the United States again? Because I thought each one of you would want to have new jobs because it's at will employment. Even though you're appointed. Isn't that right, Elena? Yes. You can decide to resign from the bench any day you want. Nobody's making you be employed there. Now, of course, I got my lawsuits that I've been wanting to use that court to file. Yes. Let's say the teachers union supported a superintendent and a coach that were enriching themselves at the exploitation of the sons of mine that are being held hostage. Yes. Now, I really think I can prove this in court that when you increase your annual income by $50 to $60,000 over 5 years, yes, it could be an abuse of the actual authority of being a superintendent or a teacher. Yes. Now, this union that they're in, they're supporting them. Now, let's say I took this to the Supreme Court of the United States that Custody of my sons were taken without any due process because somebody said I was crazy.
Yes.
And then I document this great increase of the income of the employees of the school districts where my wife is employed and my sons are going to school there.
Yes.
And then I said, well, you're going to have to forfeit all the football games because they're in the wrong grades.
Yes.
And then the Supreme Court of the United States. I decide that all of you would like to stop being Supreme Court justices, resign from the actual bench, and then I help appoint some new Supreme Court justices that support the Constitution of the United States of America. Now, I'm just an average guy, okay? I'm out here thinking of ways to earn money. And considering the need of this new levee system, which is really just these humps in the middle of the field, I think that this recycled garbage levee system is really the way to go. Now, I'm giving you a good deal, okay? It's like $1 a foot, $16,000 a mile.